last week's Red Dead Redemption guide, we showed you how to make money. This week we're going to show you how to survive long enough to spend it. If there's one rule you should remember in the Wild West, it's that dogs are not man's best friend. In fact, dogs are more likely to be trying to eat your best friend, that is your horse. Your equine buddy is your means of transport, faithful servant and living battering ram all rolled into one. And if you lose him in the wilderness, it's a long and dangerous walk back to town. Use horse pills and apples to keep your horse's stamina up, and though it may sound obvious, always pay attention to where you're riding. It can be tempting to gallop all over to reach your destination quicker, but stick to the roads and your horse will move quicker and tire less. Also, listen to your mount. We don't mean talk out his problems over the campfire, but if you approach a fatal drop while sprinting, your horse will warn you by whinnying loudly, thus saving you the indignity of remaking the end of Thelma and Louise, but with extra horse insides. The three best horses available are the Kentucky Saddler, the Hungarian Half-Bred and the American Standard-Bred. You'll pick up the Kentucky Saddler after one of the early Bonnie McFarlane missions. Tether it up in town and try to keep it safe, as it's significantly faster than most of the other nags in New Austin. The Hungarian Half-Bred can be found at Nuevo Carrizo in Mexico, south of Escalera, and the American Standard-Bred in West Elizabeth, southeast of Manzanita. Breaking in any new breed of horse will allow you to purchase the deed from any general store, meaning that every time your pony goes to the big stable in the sky, you can respawn a new one by using the deed in your inventory. Just like in real life.
Come on!
Surviving in town can be just as hard as surviving in the wild. Occasionally you'll chance upon some toothless hick or other who's taken a dislike to being alive and will call you out to duel. You don't have to accept, but if shooting people's faces in slow motion isn't the reason you bought Red Dead Redemption, I'm not sure we can be friends anymore. Your goal when dueling is to fill the blue meter on the left quicker than your opponent's red meter on the right. Trying to draw first will hit you with an accuracy penalty but give you more time to aim. Drawing after your opponent has cleared leather will give you an accuracy bonus, filling your meter quicker and making you feel more heroic. Go Team U!
What's next?
You have two options with dueling, either kill your opponent outright or stack up the honour by disarming them. To disarm your opponent, you have to shoot their hand, or better still their weapon, as they draw. A clean shot on their gun will usually fill your meter immediately, leaving them to slink off with sore fingers and a lesson in humility. Not all opponents can be disarmed, usually a sign that the story requires you to ventilate their heads. If you find the meter isn't filling up despite you landing a shot on their revolver, quickly get that reticule up to somewhere a bit more fatal. Yep, the balls will do. For the more dignified among you, duels can be ended with a single shot if you aim for the top of the head around the forehead and eyes. That's enough murder for the day, so let's finish up with a guide to finding treasure. There are 9 treasure hunter challenges altogether, with 3 troves to be found in New Austin, 4 in Nuevo Carrizo and 2 in West Elizabeth. First off, you need to randomly encounter a treasure hunter, then save him or loot his corpse. This will give you the first treasure map and complete stage 1 of the challenges.
I retire! Here, take that!
Rhodes Gold is located north of Armadillo at Hanging Rock. Like all the treasure troves, it's hidden under a pile of stones, in this case between 3 large rocks. Uncovering the treasure here will give you the second map. Not that you'll need it, because we're cheating and telling you where everything is.
Well, look at that!
Jackson's Gold is located at Rio del Lobo, specifically at Del Lobo Rock. Head south towards the rock on the east of Rio Bravo until you come to the campsite, then slide down the cliff face towards the river. Sounds dangerous, but it'll make you rich. Calhoun's Gold is found in the abandoned town of Tumbleweed, in the basement of the mansion you visit with Seth. Look out for the pile of stones with a cow skull on top. Once you've crossed the river to Mexico, you can discover Tubman's Gold in Rio del Toro, northwest of Chuparosa. Look out for the tree inland from the river adorned with cattle skulls, we're noticing a theme here, and the treasure is on the other side of the road behind some rocks. Look out for a collection of rock pillars east of Escalero and you'll discover Brown's Gold. Climb to the top of the tallest pillar to claim your prize. Next up is Douglas Gold, which can be found by heading south out of Chuparosa until you reach the Ojo del Diablo. That must be Spanish for Great Big Stone Arch, because that's where the loot is. Garrison's gold might sound like a make of cheap cider, but it's actually the prize hidden at Roca de Madeira, northeast of Agave Viejo. Follow the narrow path next to the large rock column and it will be all yours. Once you reach West Elizabeth, head over to Beecher's Hope in the Great Plains. Check out the stone wall next to the broken tree to find Pickett's gold, and pat yourself on the back for noticing the clever Shawshank Redemption reference. Your last reward is found at Nakoti Rock, northwest of Manzanita Post. Follow the path into the Bear Cave, yes, that's right, the Bear Cave, to discover Stonewall's gold and, less excitingly, the treasure hunter's satchel. With all that treasure, gold in a bag for you, we'll be scratching at the door of John Marston's shack in no time. Stay tuned to FirstPlay for more how-to guides, but in the meantime, sit back and enjoy your newfound wealth. Or go and cheat at poker so you can shoot some innocents.
Herbert Moon hates cheaters, even more than the Jews in the railroad.
We won't judge you, only God can do that.
Oh, not bad.